I was younger, I played a video game called Fortnite. I played and eventually got addicted enough to spend money on it. My father, being a generous man, decided to pay $50 on the game. Now I am like, I was so stupid. I could have used the money to pay for school or maybe donate it to charity, but I was too busy playing Fortnite. My mother, on the other hand, didn't let me pay for the new Fortnite Battle Pass and made me donate the money. The selfish little jerk I was, threw a fit and locked myself in the room. Now I am like, why am I like this? There are people dying without food, and I'm here throwing a fit because I didn't get the right toy in a Happy Meal or didn't get the Battle Pass. Moreover, I thought I was the unlucky one that had an abhorrent life, and I thought that was true. Moreover, I thought that I was the unlucky one that had an abhorrent life and thought I was poor and had no meaning of life. Also, I thought the world was perfect. I wish that was true, but I was not even close. I think the world could be better if we just remove all the tension and help each other. We could lay down our militaries and weapons and just decide on helping the world. For example, helping world hunger. If you're the king or queen of the world, what would you do? But alas, we don't have a king of the world. But we do have leaders of countries that should have world peace as their main priority. America spends $700 billion on military. But imagine if America didn't spend it. They could use the money to help fight poverty or cancer. In America, which is an economic paradise, every 1 out of 6 or 41 million people have hunger-related issues. I was a picky eater and always decided that I would never eat vegetables and only eat candy. Also, the food was always being thrown in the trash. Later, I learned that 31 million tons of food is trashed annually, so I felt guilty, especially knowing that kids die every 5 seconds from hunger. Do you know that 98% of people who have hunger-related issues are in underdeveloped countries? The Food Bank of America, one of the biggest food banks in the world, gets around $18.5 million worth of food every year. According to the United Nations, it would take $30 billion to solve the food crisis in the United States for 1 year. In 2018, the U.S. almost spent $1 trillion on military funding. Imagine how many lives could be saved or improved if some of that money was put towards hunger. 12,000 people die from each day during the Holocaust. That's terrible, but 26,000 people die from the hunger daily. That's more than double amount the deaths Hitler caused during the Holocaust. Recently, the Notre Dame Cathedral burned down. People were shocked to lose such an important piece of history. $1 billion were raised in just a few hours to help rebuild the cathedral. This is great, but imagine if this money went to help fight poverty. People think that this historic building is more important than people's lives. Imagine if the Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates, and CEOs of companies like L'Oreal in the world gave some of their wealth to help fight poverty. They could save lives. If humans work together, we could do anything. We can go to the end of the universe and we already have people living in space on the ISS. We can certainly solve problems here down on Earth, like poverty and hunger. I don't understand why people have arguments. Just have a civil discussion about your disagreement. Humans can do whatever they want. So instead of waiting for some genius to come along and stop that annoying problem, try getting everyone you know and stop that annoying problem. Everyone knows that war is bad, but why do we still have militaries? That just causes more tension and anger towards each other. I always think that an argument can turn into a war. If we had an argument, people could join you, then it might turn into a riot, then it could possibly turn into a civil war, and then eventually into a world war. Another thing that bothers me is that although September 21st is World Peace Day, every day should be World Peace Day. Anyways, we Canadians are very, very lucky to be living in this country. We have food, free health care, water, everything. But we still argue. We still fight for dumb reasons, like which Pokemon is the best, which is very silly of us. What do you think the problem? What do you think are the problems that spark up a war? Land, money control for people, natural resources, racism. These problems could be solved easily if we just wanted to work together. For example, land could be shared, or maybe just give up a little. If Finland wanted an acre more of land from Russia, then Russia should just give an acre of land. You don't need a war for that, for the solution and money and natural resources. We need to go back in time and go to your kindergarten class. Who remembers that their kindergarten teacher always said sharing, which, if a country has 1 million tons of oil and another country has 1 pound, can the country that has 1 million tons just give 1 ton of oil to the one that has only 1 pound? And finally, for racism, just get an education about the culture. People all believe in different things, and if we know what they are, we can understand them. We are all humans. If we work together, we can stop helping the poor and end wars. So please solve all your problems by working together and not starting wars. Another global issue we face is that humans are the main source of climate change. We need to stop it. Animals and humans are affected by climate change. Roughly about 1 million animals, which may go extinct, and 150,000 humans die annually from climate change. But yet, we still believe that climate change isn't real. Because forget about that dumb thought, because it is. Our oceans are rising, and our snow is melting, and you're over here spending 34 billion barrels of oil a day. Here, if we work on peace, then we can invent something to stop climate change. Okay. I want to tell you a story that involved me when I was younger. My family took me to a beach around my house, and the waves were around up to my knees. And then we went back years later, and the waters were up to my waist. The waters are rising so quickly that we get floods, like every other Sunday. That is huge. Some beaches' waters are rising high. The temperature has risen by 0.9 degrees Celsius, and we need to stop climate change now. In around 12 years, climate change won't be reversible, and we won't be able to counter it. So why not start it now? Have we even started to stop climate change? The Arctic levels are shrinking, and polar bears are dying. And other animals are dying. The atmosphere is shrinking, and greenhouse gases are rising. Eventually, the sun's cosmic rays will incinerate us all. Do you want that to happen to us all? Do you want to get melted? Do you? But it's not just the air. No. The ocean's acid levels have gone up by 30%. And plastic and other materials are killing 100,000 marine creatures and approximately 1 million seabirds. We have very big whirlpools of trash in the ocean, but we're not doing anything. The ocean acidification levels have only risen because of us. The greenhouse gases are rising, and we as a species are dying. Climate change, pollution, world hunger, and world peace are just some of the things that us humans need to work on. You just might be ruining your child's life by what we humans done, but we need to change it. It's late, but we still have time. We can still change it. Thank you.